obviously I like to have a bit of a joke, and we got a pretty good relationship. And I said to him, like, mate, I've smashed your car into the boom gate. And he's kind of just gone, oh yeah, it's gold, mate, and just sat on the couch. And I'm like, nah, seriously, like, go outside and have a look at your car. It's going to smash you in the front of it.
And yeah, they got in a bit of trouble for it, obviously, and the hotel weren't too happy. Like, hotel had to get like all these like plumbing guys over. Like, they thought there was a plumbing issue in the hotel.
Who did it?
I think Paul Kurtz was on his but there was a few boys.
Throw him out of the bus.
Yeah.
To have that opportunity to be able to go back and play with my local club, and the opposition actually had a few of my school teachers playing in that team too, which worked out well.
How many did you kick?
No, I was actually pretty quiet to the start. I ended up with 50 and 4.
Fellas, all of you are coming off ripping games this weekend, but unfortunately for both of you guys, a draw. The worst result. Andrew Gaines once told me it's like kissing your sister. The result, but it just doesn't quite feel right. And I feel like that's this one. But we've got to settle it now. We're going to kick it right off. Do we think scissors, paper, rock just to work out who officially wins yesterday's game?
Yeah, I reckon.
Or a fist fight?
Ooh. Second option.
Okay, Harry, hold back. Okay, let's go. Scissors, paper, rock right now to see who gets it.
Paper, scissors, rock. Paper, scissors, rock. Yes.
There we go.
There we go. Well done.
Congratulations, Cam. You get the 4 points. We'll get on the phone to Andrew Dillon very, very shortly with that one.
Or
Welcome
can we just grab the 2 for me?
You can get it. Yeah. I was about to say that needs to be coming shortly.
3-way, paper, scissors, rock.
Boys, let's start on a light note here. Nicknames across footy clubs, because I find that it's a perfect environment to get some really good ones. Is there any good ones at North Melbourne that we can jump off with?
There are quite a few. Clarko loves his nicknames. He gives everyone one. He calls me Phantom. I don't know why. Calls George Wardlaw Wally. That's about it.
Have you ever thought to ask him why he calls you Phantom?
I think it was because when in my off season, my first year, we were in America and he met us there in San Fran. I was there for a few days and something happened then, but yeah, not exactly sure exactly what.
I'm getting the feeling it's something you're not allowed to say on air. That could be the one that it is.
Maybe.
Harles, what about the Eagles? You guys are a bit of a wild club at times.
Yeah, we have a few floating around. Feathers for Clay Hall, due to he's actually balding at the age of 19. So his hairline starts back here now, the poor fella. But we got a few. Flying Ryan, obviously, Liam Ryan. That's a good one. Who else? Tyler Brockman's called Bundy. There's a few rogue ones getting around.
Nice. I'm not going to laugh at the receding hairline one. I'll just let that one slide through. What about you, Cam? I've heard you've got one.
Yeah, I've got Pumbaa. That's because after my first off-season, I come back about 101 kilos. So that stuck pretty quick. There's one that came early, was Boomgate, which is a bit of a story. It's pretty funny.
Talk us through how you got Boomgate.
Oh, well, when I first moved up to Brisbane, obviously, Harley, coming away from home, like, it's pretty much, exam, drafted, then you're gone kind of thing. And within that little space, my birthday fell, so I went and got my licence at that time as well. Obviously done all the hours and got up to Brisbane, and that was the first time driving by myself without anyone else in the car, obviously, and took Swanee's car, the CEO who I was living with at the time, and drove it into the club, and on the way out, took out the Boomgate at a footy club.
What car are we talking?
Oh, it actually wasn't that low. It was only here. No, it was a club car, so like...
Well, it's funny you say that because you know what? I sent a lot of calls about you guys to find out. We actually found the footage of you firing through the Boomgate. Let's check it out now. Here we go. This is actually from the Brisbane Lions. You got your maroon on there. Approaching.
Gee, he's nearly got into the bus as well.
Unfortunately, we couldn't show the end of that clip. I think it got pretty bad there as well. But also, coming into the building today, it doesn't get much better, boys, because you have had an issue with Boomgates for quite a while, it seems. Here we go. Here you come in. This is from the 9 security cameras as you're walking through the door. Here we go.
Oh, mate, it's something that's, Ben Hudson, who's still at the club now, tries to roll it all the time, and there's a couple of boys that obviously weren't there at the same time, so they don't really know what he's talking about, and I feel like it comes every year that I have to explain it again. But obviously very, very funny, and I don't think Swanee found it funny at the time. He was a little bit pissed off when I told him. But
I get the feeling an AFL CEO's driving a nice car as well.
Yeah, it was a club car, so I was kind of like, mate, you've been handed that car anyway, so like don't start complaining if I drive into the boom gate.
See what you say. You say I'm the number 1 draft pick. It doesn't matter what I do to it.
I went back to his house that night. We were having dinner, and he walked in, and obviously I like to have a bit of a joke, and we got a pretty good relationship. And I said to him, like, mate, I've smashed your car into the boom gate, and he's kind of just gone, oh yeah, it's gold, mate, and just sat on the couch, and I'm like, no, seriously, like, go outside and have a look at your car. It's going to smash you in the front of it. He didn't find us funny the second time, but obviously a good story to hold on to.
Well, if he is looking for a new car, I happen to know someone who's almost become a car salesman. Our man, Harry Sheezel. Just have a look at this one.
Mate.
How good's this?
Don't start.
Mate, the acting here, the chops on you.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I can say.
Archie Thompson.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's with Essendon Mazda. They give me a car, which is unreal. But, yeah, some of the social media stuff's a bit controversial, and, like, I've been copying it from the boys. Like, you don't understand.
Were they aware that Archie Thompson's not a boxer when they made this ad?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, Archie's pretty happy to do all of it because he's like not playing still and probably doesn't cop it from like his teammates and stuff. So, and he loves the acting, and like they're having all these ideas like, oh, we should do boxing, we should do all this stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, that'd be great.
What about? I see you giggling over there, but you're not immune, mate. You ad, which I think, to your credit, was actually a pretty good ad for this random jumper company. Check this one out.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my God, Moonduck. What the?
How good is it?
Oh,
It's Moonduck.
sport. Very nice.
Oh, mate, they're amazing. Best
When we
quality,
can get
fuel
it?
quality.
Oh my God, it's very nice.
When we can get something like that?
Like
Well, I got
Is that
the man.
available?
Yeah, it
in
is
the market?
available. Bloody oath it's available. I reckon you'd suit one of
Moonduck.
those. Moonduck. Is there anything on the back?
Oh, one in the back, one in the
That's what happens when you gather around in Adelaide. You have to stay there for the whole week, so you got to figure out something to do.
Oh, that was in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that to just go and invigorate the locals?
Yeah, well, they were actually great people. Don't get me wrong. We went down. Yochi, Jesse Johnson owns Moonduck, the clothing brand. So we were just down there, had Yochi and these guys just sat next to us, and we just spoke. And then they asked about the jumper. We said, "Oh, sick. Could be good to get it out on your socials."
What about if we're talking about player ads? Then we have to pay homage to the king of them, and you know exactly who I'm going to talk about here. Liam Ryan, play the clip.
Yes.
Hi there, Liam Ryan here. As you know, I like my carpets, so I'm down here at Street X. I'm giving away 50 of these carpets Saturday at 10 a.m.
Oh, God. You reckon, how many times do you reckon he rehearsed those lines?
Nah, man, I reckon that's straight up. First go and leave, get his rugs, and he's gone home.
Hey, let's jump into something here, because we don't hear too much about you. You know, you're over there in the West. You're sometimes a bit of an unknown. You're always in the media, but we don't know you. But I want to see how smart you are, Harley. Now, I know you love dress-ups, so we're going to make, and you're also under a lot of pressure. So we're going to put you under a bit more pressure here. I know you love dress-ups. Let's have a look at this one. This is you dressing up as a kid as Mario, which our producer, our Italian producer said that this was quite racist. Is that not you?
Nah, that's not me.
Is that not you? Oh, we just got a random...
Nah, man, I think that was a dare. I had no choice, but I like it. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon you look fantastic. You also have me shit scared that I'll just put up some random outfit on this. So we're going to ask you a question, all right? And every one you get wrong, we're going to show a new photo of you dressed up as a kid. All right? So we're going to kick it off. What is the population of Tongala?
Or 2,500.
Bam! Photo. Oh, there we go. Noble.
That one. Didn't
Noble this time. Ready for another one?
Yeah.
What year did John Howard introduce GST?
Oh.
Bam! New one.
Oh,
They're getting weird. They're getting weird.
Little snow bunny.
What animal are
to
you?
walk out.
What animal are you there?
Koala, I think.
Cool. We'll roll with that. Next one. What is Newton's third law?
Oh. I don't know, but I actually remember. It rings a bell.
I was about to say, next photo. Even if you got it right, I'm going to next photo on this one. Oh, there we go. What exactly are you there?
Oh, I actually don't even know.
How have you gotten all these?
You do not understand the
I've
lengths
actually
we
never seen that
go
one.
on the digging for this one. You know what? We're not even going to make you ask a question on this one. We're just going to show it. Roll the final one.
Well, I'm sweating. No.
You're starting to think you don't mind it over there in WA with the media. Oh, God, that's... But Cam, you're giggling a bit over there,
I
aren't
was
you?
going to say, don't you say?
We do some digging on everyone. Let's roll your one up here and see what you're rolling with. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. I don't actually mind the Joker one.
I feel like there's more to come though, isn't there?
No.
Oh, you just give me one?
That's all we got.
That's all you've got, then I'm happy with that.
That's all we got. We did some digging around, but we did some digging on you, Harry. And I'll tell you what, it is hard to find anything negative because you are, to the T, the most meticulous human being on earth. And you're expecting something here, but no, this is just a compliment.
No.
The way you prepare for a game is unreal.
Yeah, I just enjoy it really, love, just being professional, putting the most into my career and, enjoy the process of it.
What about from an eating perspective? I've heard you only eat whole foods.
Yeah, I've kind of gone pretty extreme with my diet the last probably 12 to 18 months. Take it really seriously, just the way it makes me feel and what it's done to my body. It's just, been really good for me, so I've just kept it going. Like you said, just eat whole foods. A lot of protein and then just a lot of fruits and carbs and good fats as well.
At what point did you pick this diet up? Because we got a photo as you as a youngster, and I'll tell you what, little Sheezel there was eating whole foods. He was eating a whole plate.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't on the diet back then. Mum and Dad ran my diet back then, so I picked it up probably the last 2 years and just added as I've gone and done some bit of research and spoken to some people.
Nice. What do you guys think of Vegemite pasta? Does anyone think that would be a tasty meal? No? Cam?
Where have you got this from? No, I guess Dad's probably not the best cook, to be honest, to go off, so this is a bit of a rare thing, but it makes sense. He does put Vegemite in his pasta when we do do bolognese because obviously it's just salt that you mix through the sauce. I thought it was a normal thing growing up and then started saying it out loud a couple of times, got a strange couple of looks, so it's not something that I go for, but Johnny Rayner, that's his specialty, so...
That's a special. Nice. Who are the worst eaters? If you're the best eater in the AFL, and that's a weird word to say, the best eater in the AFL, but you are the best eater at North Melbourne, who's the worst at your club?
Oh, your mate, Durs wouldn't be the best.
No good?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he gets up to. Him and Harley hang out in the off-season.
Good.
That did me good. Me? We thinking fly? I actually have a ripper story here. This is
Go for it.
After the ages. So, Jack Petrocelli. Obviously, we're sponsored by Hungry Jack's, major sponsor of our club, which we're very lucky to have. But Simo owns a Hungry Jack's not too far from the club. And after training one time, Petch rolls through, just whatever, gets his food, and little did he know Simo's daughter was working on the front door. So it goes through drive-through or whatnot, and then the next day they had a meeting at the club, and Simo just read out Petch's order. So it was actually pretty funny.
Oh, just when you're meant to be eating well on that one, I'll tell you what. Well, we're going to go to a break, but coming up, get your phones ready, because phone roulette's coming, and God, I hope it lands on you, Harley Reid, because I want to get a hold of that phone for multiple reasons.
Players is brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. Shop the half-price vitamin sale now.
Fellas, one of the best bits, one of the things that I miss about sports the most is the road trips. You know, the games are fun, all that sort of stuff, but it is the road trips and the team dinners, which are the things you always remember. Have you guys got any particular things from road trips you've been on as a team or dinners that you remember the most, Cam?
Oh, I do have one funny story. Last year in Canberra, there was usually a dinner group that would go out to me, Hugh McCluggage, Jared Berry and Dane Zorko. I like to keep Zork real young and hanging around the boys, which is good. But Huey had gone out throughout the day and me, Bez and Zork thought it'd be funny to go get like 3 matching skivvies. So we all rolled in with 3 matching skivvies, all had hoodies over the top. And then we actually ended up going to a pretty nice restaurant, which we didn't plan because it was like really quiet and really romantic in there. And at the same time, we all took our jumpers off. And all 3 of us had got the skivvies on and Huey is just absolutely bursted out laughing, which is funny. So we ended up bringing those along to most trips now, just waiting for one more time to bring it back out. But little things like that are things you just laugh at all the time. And I'm pretty sure we got a video of that. I might have to send it through so he's going to have a look at it.
That might be making it into next week. Harles, have you got any?
Nah, not too many. There's always a few good gags getting around and whatnot. But nah, yeah, it's pretty cruisy.
Jeez, I have heard some rumours that you may be the most well put together man, the best behaved human being on earth, but you get you on the road and you turn into a wild animal. Is that true?
This wasn't actually me, but it was last year in Hobart. It was one of the last games we played there later in the year. A couple of the boys ordered fart spray off, I think, Amazon. And like, if you haven't smelt it, like it is brutal.
Potent.
Like, even just like opening the lid, you can smell it. And they brought it to team dinner one night. And they just gave it, like, at the end of dinner, gave it a few little sprays as they were leaving to go upstairs. And like, everyone was in their staff and everything, and it was like, just took over the whole room. And then like, everyone bolted out, like staff like were fuming, like had no idea what was going on. They were like, just like, all their t-shirts covering their mouths and noses and everything. And then like run upstairs to go into the elevators. Everyone's like clicking the elevator, and then they've sprayed the elevator as well. So the whole hotel has just been taken over by this like shocking smell. And yeah, they got in a bit of trouble for it, obviously, and the hotel weren't too happy. Like, hotel had to get like all these like plumbing guys over. Like, they thought there was a plumbing issue in the hotel.
Who did it?
I think Paul Curtis was on the spray, but there was a few boys.
Throw him under the bus.
Yeah. I was reluctant to say, but he won't care. And then the next time we came back, he had to do this massive apology to the hotel. But yeah, that was one of the all-timers.
Standing up there like a student in front of class. I love it. Okay, let's crack in here. Phone roulette. Let's spin it up. Land on Harley Reid. Please give me Harley Reid's phone. Oh, what an awful shame.
There it is.
Appears to have just by chance landed on you. Hand it over.
You actually want it?
Yeah. No. It'd be an awful segment if I didn't accept it. There we go. We're logged in. Boys, Cam and Harry, if I was to grab your phone, who's the last person that you would want me to do? Who's the last person you want me to call?
Jeez. I feel like the easy ones, Fags, that'd be a very interesting phone call, I think. I don't know, I feel like there'd be a lot of people in my contact list that probably wouldn't be suitable for TV, so maybe just stick clear of that.
Yeah, I was going to say Clarko, but I don't know, my dad would be pretty bad. He'd love it too much, I reckon.
Rolling through here.
Probably should have got Clarko and Fags and FaceTime and
Yeah,
just show
Do the one where they talk to each other? That's an idea for
Yeah,
another
we
week.
should do that.
Tell you what, Harley, if I could just hand this phone up to the Footy Classified boys, they would have a field day with some of these contacts and messages. This is insane.
Good calling.
Well, I reckon, I want to do a teammate. I like the ones when we do a teammate.
Yeah, okay.
And I just get the feeling Liam Ryan, you reckon he'd be okay if I called Liam Ryan?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's give Liam Ryan a crack. There we go. I'm deathly scared of what Liam Ryan could be doing at this very moment.
Hey, brother, what's going on?
Hello again, buddy.
Good to see you, man. What's happening?
No, not a lot. Just about to do school pickups, bro.
Yeah, beautiful. How'd you pull up the weekend? Did you play on the weekend?
I think I did. Yeah. I did, mate. Yeah. It was a hard game, man.
Oh, no, just that
It was a
last
hard
bit.
one.
Hey, at least you didn't draw like us anyway.
Yeah.
I'll pass
Still
you
got 2 points.
Exactly right.
Hey, what sort of wheels are you working with? Have you pulled the car up near us?
Yeah, mate. I'm just in a little Ford Ranger, mate.
Oh, you got the country banger.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey,
Not as good as Harley's, but
What does Harley roll around in?
something fancy.
What do you think of the young fella so far since you've been playing with him?
No, he's one of a kind, man. I love playing with him every week, He's one of us, West Coast players, but yeah, he's not just that, but he's a young kid, and I love him.
Love young. I'll give you over to Sheezel, eh?
Hey, let's
Yeah,
chuck you
done.
over to Harry Sheezel. So any advice, young fella coming up, best and fairest in your first year if you don't mind, but he's having a good season so far. Have you got any advice for him?
Love him.
Oh, I'm trying to. I don't know how to give advice, but he's a better player than me already. Best and fairest in the first year. What else can you do? He had 30 on me in his first game, so.
Yeah. No, that was good fun. That was my
Can't say much
first.
there.
I was so scared playing against Eagles round one. I'm like, I hadn't played half back, and then I got told to play on Liam Ryan. I was like shitting. And then he broke my ankles and kicked a goal. So I was in the highlight reel for the wrong reason. But no, it was a good battle.
Perfect. So what are you doing? What are you doing right now, Liam?
No, just out at school, about to do school pickups, pick up my 3 kids.
Perfect. Is that so on your day off, you got daddy duty?
Yeah, I missed my nana nap, so I had to come up. I won't be sleeping till late now. Till bedtime.
He loves his get around Liam with his fortnight.
Oh, he loves. Are you a fortnight guy?
I think I've grown up now. I play it every now and then.
Hey, Liam, thank you for joining us so much. Thanks for answering. You've been fantastic.
No worries, brother.
Good luck
Thanks for
this
having me.
weekend. Why did I do that as well? As if I'm some tough guy. Anyway, that was fantastic. Thank you for that. Great job, Harley. We're going to come back. Show and tell coming up after the break. There we go. Fantastic.
Players is brought to you by Nighty Night, for the sleep you've been dreaming of. Liquid IV. Step up your hydration with Liquid IV. And INC. Power tomorrow today with INC. Shop now at Chemist Warehouse.
It's time to jump into show and tell, all right? We've had a live rabbit brought by Jeremy Cameron. We've had signed boots. Not sure we could legally get any other mammals or animals on TV, but let's see what you've got in store. What have you brought for us, Cam? We'll kick it off with you.
The first one was the boots that I'll give away. These just got prepared as boots I wore. I think I got last year's one, so they're those ones. And my sentimental item was, just got it in here. Actually, this is my dog, his first collar when you pick him out from the litter. I guess, where can I show that? That'd be better that way. The story behind that is that after I got him, the couple of days after doing my ACL, so having him around as a puppy when I did my ACL, obviously everyone knows how connected you can get with dogs, and you know, he's 3 or 4 years old now. I don't even reckon his paw would probably fit in here, but I found it the other day and I thought that'd be something special to bring in, so yeah, that's that one. That's
fantastic. That bond would be crazy after that. What type of dog?
He's an American Bulldog cross American Staffy, so...
Big boy.
Yeah, Obi from Star Wars, so it all starts to connect now, you know what I mean?
Harley, what have you brought in?
I brought in some boots. Actually wore these on the weekend.
Oh, there we go.
As you can see, bit of shoelace damage from the weekend. Someone stood on my boot.
Was that when you slotted it from 50?
Nah, it was in the first 2 minutes. Couldn't get a kick, so...
What's your sentimental item?
I couldn't bring mine in, but I've got it on the screen here. So this is a book that my local club made up for me. So in my draft year, I was trying to play one more local game. I tried for 2 years, but they never really let me, and then I finally got a chance to. So I played against Echuca United back in Echuca. So I played for Tony against Echuca United, and they made this book from that game, and there was heaps of sticky notes of saying like congratulations and photos of my journey to this day. So it was very special, and yeah, it's very sentimental.
It's pretty cool. Like, local footy means that much to you that you were like, no, you know, you risk injury doing all that going out there, but you're steadfast. I want to get back there and play.
Yeah, for sure. It was it was something that I'll cherish forever, and to have that opportunity to be able to go back and play with my local club, and the opposition actually had a few of my school teachers playing in that team too, which worked out well.
How many did you kick?
No, I was actually pretty quiet to the second half. I ended up with 50 and 4.
Harry, what did you bring us?
Yeah, for sentimental items, pretty similar to Harley's. Just my local club, Ajax. This is the seniors jumper. I played a seniors game, my first seniors game, back when I was 16. It was on Anzac Day against Fitzroy, which was a pretty special day. Played with my cousin and a lot of my good mates, and yeah, got the win in a close game. It was just, yeah, it's so good to play like for your local club again and with your mates.
I think you got a lot of St Kilda supporters fired up when you just held that up for a second there. But yeah, Ajax as well, a Jewish club. The first Jewish player drafted, I believe. How special was that?
Yeah, the first Jewish player drafted in like recent history, and from Ajax. So yeah, it means a lot to me. I'm not too sure why there hasn't been any others drafted. Like, pretty successful club, and hopefully have a few more getting drafted in the next few years. But yeah, just so the amount of support they've shown me my whole journey, and then recently once I've been in the AFL as well, has been incredible.
That's cool. And what about your auction item?
Yeah, auction item, same as the other boys, just a pair of boots from my first year.
Best and fairest year.
That's right, but these ones, black and red ones.
There we go.
So yeah.
How far have boots
Enjoy
come?
those.
Yeah.
From back in the day, you look at some of these old things that Dunstall and that were rolling around in, just leather shoes with studs, but that stuff is cool stuff. Thank you guys for showing that and the sentimental items, all with a fantastic story. But it's time now for the favourite segment of Footy Reels, all thanks to Rexona, designed to work as hard as you do. Now, fellas, that was the single worst reel I think we've ever put on this show, the biggest duffed kick in. We're going to show a reel. We got 3 of them, and then I'm going to bring one as well. But you're going to mark these and rank them on the whiteboards that are next to you. So you're going to give it a rank from 1 to 10, and we're going to work out the best one here. So let's kick it off with the first one. We all know Brennan Favola. We absolutely love him. Now, Fox FM, Fifi, Fev and Nick, they sent him out there to play with Masala, a team that gets belted every single week. He came out there. I'm not sure whether they got the win or not in this one, but it was him and Guy Sebastian. But how about this? They roll the great man of vape out at half-time. If there's anything that's ruins footy legend, then it is exactly that right there. Fev copping a vape at half-time. And, you know, in the same game, Guy Sebastian tore his Achilles.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, you know, it's obviously rocked the AFL community, I can imagine, with that. But what are we giving that? The great Fev just copping a Devil's USB at half-time.
Are we going out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10. Oh. You're really giving this one a think, Harley. Cam, what did you give it?
He's changing.
No, I wasn't sure how we're doing it. I was just like,
what do you give it?
I thought it was out of 10.
Can we zoom in on the world's smallest club? Bro, you got the whole whiteboard.
I wrote 2, then I wrote Fev because I thought we were ranking all the way through.
Given the 8.
Harry's given the 8. There we go. I think so. We got 100. So we're sitting on 108 and a tiny little 2 there. Now, Harley, your football lineage is very, very good in the local traps. Have a look at your dad taking what would be mark of the century in the AFL. That's your old man right there.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty happy with it, but he doesn't talk too much more, man. Actually, he's a pretty quiet man. But, yeah, there's a massive frame of it at home, so he always reminds me every time I walk out towards a game.
Well, he almost won Almost Footy Legends back in the old Footy Show days with that. I believe it won that week that it was on.
Yeah, I think it was back in 1995 or something, 1999 or something. I don't know.
And his nickname, you said he's a quiet guy. His nickname around the club is Rowdy?
Yeah, Rowdy, yeah. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Where are we going with that? Yeah. No, I think just because he's a shy man, but when you get a few beers into him, he likes to... Gets a bit chatty. So.
Nice, I love that. What are your scores on this one? Remember, it's your friend's dad here.
Yeah, that was good.
Cam?
I feel like I started high with 100. So do I have to give? I might actually give it 1,000 out of 10. 1,000 out of 10.
There we go, 1,000. Harley, you better be nice here.
I'm following you, eh?
What have you given?
I'll go Sheezel.
Go Sheezel, what did you give?
10.
10, there we go, smart
Go
play.
Reels.
I had 7,
Go Reels.
Oh, there we go. At least the number's getting bigger.
Yeah.
And how about the final one here? This one is one of the most unbelievable bumps you will ever see in your life. Throw this one up there. Now, this is mark of the century, but I think we've almost got a fatality as well. Bang. Absolutely cleaned up. Held onto the mark, and I can assure you he was all right as well.
Fair grab.
Points for bravery, points for the mark.
Are we going how many weeks does he get? Or
I think he got 752 weeks, the guy that hit him.
yeah, look.
Well, we're going the bravery.
I reckon you got to reward the bravery.
Overall, I'm going that's 10 out of 10. That's I'm a pretty easy judge, to be honest.
Well, compared to your 100 and 1,000, that's pretty low.
I'm going 9.
9. There we go. The numbers have gotten to correct size as well. That is fantastic.
Yeah, I'll go.
I did 9 the other way before.
9.5.
There we go, there we go. Well, I think we've got to give that. We'll give that one to Harley's dad no matter what.
Yeah, 10's best.
On that, we'll tell you what, we're coming to a break. Coming up after this, Total Recall. We're going to relive some of your greatest footy moments.
Hey guys, it's Josh Rachele here. I'm going to take you through my day before the showdown and how I prepare for an AFL game.
It's currently 8 o'clock and I've just seen this on my doorstep to wake up to some hate mail. Love that. Just with the boys now going for a bit of a stroll to try not to look awkward at all. Just enjoying the lovely Henley Beach, Henley Square, best place to live. I'm just here eating lunch with my brother, my grandfather, my mum, dad and my grandmother. 5 hours before the game now, playing a little bit of 2K to kill some time, and then I'll flip the footy back on and have a little bit of rest right before we leave. It's 4:30 and I've decided to lock the boys out of the house. They're being really annoying. Just in the back seat with the boys. Game day. After game vibes. Dubs only. It's currently 12:30 a.m. I've just gotten home. It's time to catch some Z's after a big win and a big day.
That was the follow, all thanks to 99, the sleep you've been dreaming of. Now, did you boys watch the showdown?
Yeah, yep, I did.
Yep.
Mark Keane, fantastic mark towards the end, but it wasn't anything compared to his press conference afterwards. Let's see if you can translate what he was saying in this.
Yeah, we just wanted to play footy. That's what we're here for, is playing footy and have a good brand of footy, and just whoever wins the contest is footy and wins the footy will win the game. And I'd like to think that we put our heads where you wouldn't put your shoes, so now we're very happy with that.
What?
Oh, geez, we've got a couple of Irish boys at the footy club as well, and sometimes you just got to try and pick out a couple of key words and then just nod with them, because there's no way you can pick up on all of it.
Well, clearly he's got footy down pat. I think we know that he was playing footy, but you know, you're a man, I imagine, of all the philosophical sayings and stuff. Did you recognise "put your head in your shoes" or whatever he said at the end?
I had no idea what that was.
That wasn't. Well, I'll tell you what, he took a great mark, so it doesn't matter what
Good
he
on him.
says after the game. Good on him. It's time for Total Recall, though, all thanks to INC Sports Nutrition, powering tomorrow today. It's Total Recall. We're going to go through some of the best moments, maybe not that you've done, but around the footy. And the one that I want to stick off with you first, Rayner, is your coach, Fags, tearing his hamstring off the bone in the big freeze slide. This was unbelievable effort. I think he hasn't been elected the new Pope there, even though he has dressed like it. What was that like, and did you get around him at the club afterwards?
Oh, mate, he came back into the club like a little puppy with his tail between his legs the next day, and was so embarrassed, I remember. But credit to him, he actually... he actually got back out at training the next day and started walking a couple of laps and getting moving, and the boys were pumping him up. So, to be fair, we've actually probably let it slide for a little bit long, so I'm happy you reminded me. I'm going to have to go back and light that fire again, I think.
Yeah, I reckon rip him, especially when you've got a premiership under the belt. You can start to do a bit of that a little bit more. Sheezel, let's cut to you. Growing up, you were a Hawks fan. Buddy Franklin, what was that when you go out and you line up against someone you've adored your entire junior life?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. I remember that goal, actually. I was right behind him watching him kick it. That was that game where we had that interchange breach.
Certainly was.
Pretty controversial, so it was, yeah. He loved it, clearly.
What do we think of Buddy celebrating it like he's kicked the game-winning goal for an interchange breach?
But yeah, that moment was so special. He came up to me after the game and just said, "Gee, you've grown up a bit now," because he remembered the photo I had with him when I was a kid, which was pretty special.
He remembered that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, not like saw the photo during the week, clearly.
That's cool.
But yeah, I actually reckon I was a bit bigger back then.
Yeah, certainly were. You're on a whole food diet, I believe, back then. No, that's fantastic stuff. But how cool is that meeting, like just playing against guys like your idols across the board?
Yeah, yeah. For me, it was it's exciting, and it's just so surreal. I think first time I went head-to-head with Rayner, I was pretty nervous. Like Paddy Dangerfield was probably one for me where I was like, oh, like gee whiz, like this is crazy, but still just doesn't really feel real that you go head to head with like some great players, obviously throughout the whole footy world today.
What about for your Total Recall, your goal of the year, which was one of the better goal of the years I reckon we've seen in a while. Some people get away some years with some mediocre stuff, but this was amazing. Talk us through this one.
Oh, I think it was our first ruck tap we won for the year. And that was actually from Gorney, I think. But yeah, I actually don't remember too much of it. It felt like a little bit of a blur, and lucky to have Liam Ryan not far out in there. So it was obviously a moment that I'll forever cherish. But yeah, it was actually quite a bit of a blur, to be honest.
When you kicked it, did you think, and I know it was a bit of a blur, but there was a moment where after the game you thought, hey, I could be in the running here for goal of the year?
Oh, I don't know. It was so early. I didn't think too much to that extent. But there's always some great ones from the boundaries that comes throughout the year from like Bobby Hill.
Well, my Total Recall on this one, of course, you guys coming off a draw. The number one rule when you have a draw is don't celebrate the win. And my man Nathan, brain cells Brown, has just gone the early crow here at 130 apiece. You look at this, unbelievable stuff. But this one's even better. Brady Rawlings and Boomer Harvey, the full hug between each other.
I don't know.
That is unbelievable. Was there any moment yesterday down the stretch where you were triple checking the clock, triple checking the scoreboard?
Oh, you're checking it all the time, but I knew the score, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were playing out at Bellerive Stadium. We could see the scoreboard, so those boys were playing at Marvel and can't see it with the big screen up there, so see how they go.
You got to really mess that one up. We're going to break. Clickbait Cauldron coming up, and hopefully we've got a couple in there that are going to trick you. I still reckon it's too long.
Players is brought to you by Macca's new Tennessee barbecue range, Pain Away, mild joint and muscle pain relief, power on with Pain Away, and Polydent, refresh your mouthguard with Polydent, Shop now at Chemist Warehouse.
Well, I'll tell you what, I reckon it's time to kick things off here with Clickbait Cauldron, one of the best segments we've got. Clickbait Cauldron, thanks to Polydent crystal clear technology for cleaning your mouth guards. Now, fellas, the way this works, you've got some cards next to you. You're going to pick them up one at a time. We're going to go Cam, Harley, and then Harry. And you're going to rank it from 1 to 5. You don't know what's coming next, so pick one up, show it to the camera, and maybe give us a little explainer as to why it's there. So you kick us off, Cam.
You want me to kick us off? All right, I'll start off with the first one. The first one, Star Wars Episode 3, which is was my favourite movie. I've actually got Star Wars tattoos on my wrist on the inside there. So, look, I don't know what else is going to be in there, but I might just kick it off with. I'll chuck it at number 2. There might be something else that's a little bit more appetising for me, but it's definitely up there for me.
How did you get it? Where's the love for Star Wars come from?
I don't know. I think having an older brother at home, something that we always just jumped onto. Yeah, I don't know. It's something that I guess we've just held on now. It's obviously my favourite. I think it used to be the movie that I used to put on after I had a couple of drinks to come over and fall asleep to. So it's got a real special connection with me. So that's why it sits at number 2. You want me to keep rolling through? Or are we going to
roll through? No, we'll go one at a time.
This one is absolutely horrible because today I was playing golf and I was shit house. To be fair, it was probably the only thing that held me in good stead today because I was hozzling them anywhere, but it's still not up there, so I'm going to chuck that at number 4, I reckon.
Is it true that you almost hit someone in another bunker today?
Yeah, I don't know what the old fella's name was, but he might have a little fresh haircut on the way home. So, we'll roll through the next one. Reece Madison's transformation. This is a good one. He looks obviously a little bit bigger on that left photo, I think. But he's done some pretty hard work to get that going, so I'll sit that middle of the pack. I'll go number 3 for that one.
I just want to ask with that one, boys, a little quick straw poll from you. If Asada knocked on Reece Madison's door right now...
I reckon he's clean.
You reckon it? What do you reckon, Ali? You reckon he's in trouble?
Yeah, no comment.
Smart one.
We'll roll through the next one. Oh, there we go. We're talking about board games. We've got it's a +4 on a Uno card. Look up.
Have I been given a dud steer here? I was told that you were a big Uno man.
I am a good Uno player, but doesn't usually get to that point. I usually clean it up before any of these cards coming out. So, I think it's going to be something better, so I'm going to chuck that at number 5.
One of the most dangerous things you can do in this game is
I was
leave
going to say,
number
I feel
1
like I'm up to set up now
yeah.
for something stupid, which is going to be good. Brian the Lion. Yeah, look, it's not the best, isn't there? Bernie used to be the old bloke. Bernie Vegas was his name. Bernie Gabba Vegas.
So what they did, they got rid of the mascot to bring in, you run up the arse of it and you come out the mouth.
Yeah.
Brian the Lion. And yeah, the best part is, your CEO, Greg Swan, he wanted a real lion there. He wanted a real lion and it got ticked off by the AFL and those pesky animal rights activists said, you know what?
The Eagles get a bloody eagle, don't they?
Yeah.
We should have a lion down there in the front of the cage, just sitting out there.
You remember when the eagle went rogue?
Yeah, went rogue, yeah.
Well, I guess if the cage came out and the lion went rogue, it's probably not the place.
Yeah, the lion might be in trouble. Apparently, I knew one of the producers on that said they were saying, cameraman, get off the eagle, it's gone rogue.
Ryan is number 1.
Right.
That's a tough one.
I'd probably switch 2 and 1. Maybe, actually, I might chuck Matto up the top, I think. Matto can go to number 1. And yeah, Brian the Lion can fuck off, baby.
Ali, you're up.
Right.
You pass them to me and I'll chuck them on.
Sounds good. I didn't do a very good job, eh? Okay. The West Australian back page. Yeah. Pretty bad, but I have to go. I'll just go in the middle 3.
Oh, that is a smart political play there. They have been. How many back? I think you broke the record for back pages.
Yeah,
of a human being.
Shock. Me and Simo actually used to have a few. Whoever had the worst would have a little bet. Usually it was me, to be honest.
Nice. Next up.
Tonga Arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad, eh? They've got a good one of me. Guess where it is in Tony? Guess where the one of me is? Next to the Tony pub. Come on.
Oh yes, there we go. There we go.
Say 2 for that, I reckon.
There we go. Nice.
Right, the next one.
Did they consult you where to put it? You said the Tongy pub?
Yeah, I just said the local. That's where that was. Flipping the bird. I think I had a few boys jump on board after it and just waiting for the emote on Fortnite to come out so I can purchase that one straight away.
You slotted one from 50 during the week. Where do you want that one?
I'd probably have to say Oh, I'll go 4, yeah.
Because you guys copped some. You copped some over the fence during this week. Can you tell us anything you got?
Yeah, I copped a little bit from the Tigers fans, and then they obviously gave me the bird and pointed at the secchi to try and get him off because he wasn't going to get fined like we all have. But
what do you think about that, guys? Can we a quick one there? Because I reckon you guys cop the most abhorrent stuff over the fence. Is there a world we can get to where they allow the bird to just sleep in there and we let that one go, Harry?
Harley reckons that they should.
Mate, I'm thinking like, you're saying giving the bird is better than like swearing at them?
Yeah, I'm saying that's easier.
I'm thinking the bird was better.
More of a subtle way to tell someone how you feel. I feel like it's play on. Did it to the Brisbane supporters, so let them know about it.
Did it twice, okay.
You got 2 left.
They caught 1.
Second one was to Rayner though. This one, give me my boots. Actually, funny thing about this was it was my mate.
Oh, wow.
There's a good story behind that one, but we'll leave that for another time. So we'll stick that to 1, I reckon.
What's that like for you guys? Is that going to be annoying? Because you don't want to turn down kids, but it's a big thing to give up the boots.
Yeah, I don't like it, to be honest. I hate when people ask for your boots because, like, you want to keep them and you need them, and like, you just feel bad saying no.
I gave him my boots, but he gave them back to me in the car because I went on with him.
I've got to ask before the game for a pair of boots. The actual logic behind that is just ridiculous. Well, the best thing is say a couple of boys have asked to switch shoes with people that ask for boots. So I'll give you my boots if you can give me your shoes back. So you're walking out with a pair of size 6 sneakers or something. Might be the way to go.
I've chucked you on 5 there. You're on number 1.
Sorry.
Go ahead, last one.
Last one. Oh. Got this one. He deserves. Is there a 6?
Oh, they're not going to pick him. What were you thinking at home when? Because obviously you probably got told long before, "Hey, Harley, you're the guy. We're going to take you." When you were watching all that, what did you think?
Oh man, I wasn't thinking too much because wherever I'd see him, I'd just keep scrolling. So I wasn't really listening too much.
We don't need our own. We love Sammy McCluggage here at Channel 9. Harley, you're up. Harley, also known as Harry.
So I'll take it. All right, what do we got first? George Wardlaw's jorts. So this was a few weeks ago, Captain's Run Day. He was playing, I think, in the VFL and didn't bring his shorts to training. So we all rocked up like later, the AFL boys, and we just see him like having a kick and kicking set shots in these. Rogue, but explains it because it's George.
The boys have noticed something going on in the background there as well. You seem to be giggling at.
Pretty happy with his work, by the way.
River Stevens, yeah. We'll chuck that at 3. Go in the middle.
Also, Harley, are you laughing at the jorts there? Because let's just have a look at what you rocked up in post for the draft. How good is that? What is going on there?
If I had my time again, I probably would have changed it up, but...
They eagle slides?
Yeah.
Street X?
Yeah. Oh, no, we're going to come with the Eagles kit, man.
Oh, wow.
They just said have it all.
Well, you got drafted, you get those shoes as well.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Not too bad. Where'd you want this one?
We'll go 3.
Go number 3. There we go.
Yep.
Next up.
Drawn games.
Topical.
Yeah, very topical. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon if you're North, now talk to me honestly here, you get into the rooms, it's been a tough season so far, surely you're sort of like,
Oh, if you said before the game that we'd draw with Brisbane, I definitely would have taken it, but I feel like we had the opportunity to win the game, and you obviously want the full reward at the end of the day, but definitely better than a loss, which we've had lately. I'll put it at 2.
Well, I remember just before Cam walked in, you said that you were going to smoke him. So
I heard that too, eh? That was
That's a big
I was confident going into the game still. I wasn't saying that. Carbohydrates. See, people probably think that I think it's 5, but very important, very important. I eat a lot of carbohydrates to fuel myself for football, but yeah, we'll put it at 1.
You've got to get that parasympathetic state working.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm across it.
Yeah, fuel athletes need their carbs, that's right.
I just said the big M, mate.
Is that what you have pre-game?
No comment.
Might go to Harley for my diet advice. Nick Larkey's Damo Barrett impression.
Before you rank this one, let's have a listen to this. This is one of my favourite things he's ever done.
So what do you think about Drapes' incident on the weekend and flopping on the ball? Was it?
Lotto, that's a great question. Lotto, I don't know if Sam Draper knew what he was doing. I just don't. And, you know, he lay on the ball in a way that was not acceptable. And yes, and then Footy Club have a lot to deal with. But I would love to get your thoughts, Lotto, just because you know how much I love you, Lotto. The AFL Football Club... The AFL Football...
He's so good at them. He has so many people. Like, his Rafa one's insane. And he does a few people at the club as well. I've cooked this. This is horrible. Like, we'll put that at 4. Probably should
For a
be
man
1
who
or
does
2.
everything perfectly, I know this one's annoying you as well. So we're chucking this one at 4?
Yeah, should be higher though. And lucky last, Dwayne Russell, the GOAT. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm on SEM with Dwayne's World, every fortnight. And yeah.
You get on.
That's right. Me and Dwayne what is it?
Midday Madness.
I should know that.
Do you know that we've got him in the photo there? You can't quite see, but he's drinking a pint of milk.
Yeah, I've spoken to him about his diet a bit, trying to change it for him. He has like can of Coke, milk, a few chockies when he's calling the game, but
mate,
he's a good man.
I did an NBL game with the bloke, the best bloke in media, but he drank a pint of milk, 2 blocks of Cadbury chocolate, and I think a Snickers bar. And he went through it and just called it an NBL game. The bloke is absolutely one of one. But I'll tell you what, you guys are taking home a prize pack, all thanks to Chemist Warehouse and Temper. It is absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look at that now.
Pain Away, mild joint and muscle pain relief. Wakey for energy anytime, anywhere. Plus, nighty-night to improve sleep quality. Sports nutrition and protein from INC. Fragrances from Crew by Bondi Perfume. Rexona, non-stop protection. Liquid IV, great tasting electrolyte hydration. Plus, 2 magnificent pillows, thanks to our friends at Temper, the only mattress and pillow company recognized by NASA.
Have a look at that. The only mattress and pillow company recommended by NASA. And I'll tell you what, Harry, I'm going to give that to you, but old mate on the front may not have slept for a week before they took this photo. So he's in well need of that rest. Great job, fellas. We're going to cut to a break, and the Shepmates are going to join us up next for Jort Sports. Sleep's been a bit all over the place lately, so I'm doing what I can to unwind at night. Nighty Night is formulated with ashwagandha, which is traditionally used in Ayurvedic medicine to reduce time to fall asleep and relieve symptoms of stress. We deal with the absolute best of the best here on Players, and we've brought them in 2 of the funniest men on the internet, the Shepmates. Welcome in. Let's throw up some of your action because you guys are the lip sync kings right now of all things commentary. Do you ever branch out of just commentary as well?
Oh, there's a few clips going around. I mean, this is probably our main shtick at the moment, but we do skits here and there, and I've got a podcast at the moment, which is good. So, but this delving out of our comfort zone, actually using our vocal cords, which is great. But this is some good gear here, obviously. I think that was 2023. Sorry, Cam. About
wow.
Brutal. But yeah, there's a few good clips, good BT material there.
Now, which one of you was the first one to mention, hey, I reckon we should do this?
That was me. I'll take that to the
grave. Do you get all the money?
No. I jumped in pretty quick.
Well, I suggest getting a lawyer.
Happening. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, you guys haven't just done this here and on YouTube. You've also gone all the way to the NFL draft.
Yeah, that was a bit different. Detroit had us for a week, and we got to announce a pick on stage. And we sort of played the antagonist and ended up getting booed off stage by about 30,000 people. So
probably the most adrenaline we've ever had in our life, to be honest. But yeah, I'm sure some of the boys can relate in terms of just.
That is unbelievable.
Getting heckled and popping it from the crowd. I don't know if you know what that's like, mate. There was no returns there.
Well, you guys got to announce the pick, but you got some dud advice on the thing. Let's just roll this. What was this advice you got?
Mitch, I'm telling you, they're not going to pick him. They're not going to pick him, Mitch.
Sammy.
They're not going to pick him.
Sammy Milkler, he takes age like milk. So.
that's my Gary Lyon on the stretcher. That's what that is right now.
No, we love Sammy. We do love Sammy.
But we do love Sammy. You guys are fantastic footballers as well. So let's just shift it a bit. I want you guys to just commentate over some of these clips. These boys are snagging them from 50, cutting it through the middle. They're not too bad.
At left foot, isn't it? That's very impressive.
Oh, yeah,
I thought I was actually going to be on the Footy Reels, but I was a bit flat with that one.
Who are you playing for here? Ratings out of 10. It's down at Crib Point on the Mornington Peninsula, so we've been lucky enough to kick a few goals to start the season, which is good. Yeah, this was
the link up to seal the game, actually.
What's your defender doing?
Yeah, he's nowhere
near
actually
it.
tripped on my foot, and then I sort of
played on when you didn't need to. For 30 seconds.
I shut my pants there. Like, I should have stayed on the line.
Oh, that is fantastic. And where can we catch all your stuff?
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Shepmates.
Yeah, I'm an old man. Everywhere. You should have said there. Anyway, thank you, boys. You've been absolutely fantastic. That has been Players. These guys are great. We will see you next Monday night. Fantastic stuff.